I'm gonna play a song now by a guy named Uncle Dave Macon, one of the early stars of the... What was that? Do you like Uncle Dave Macon? Awesome. I was, through me. I was hanging out with this, what's her name? Nora Brown. They call her Little Nora Brown, but I'm not really into that. She's just like 13 and plays banjo very well. And we were talking about Uncle Dave Macon. We did this banjo workshop at this festival called Old Tone Festival. And she had been asked to do some sort of Uncle Dave compilation record, and was asking the person putting it together, like, how are you dealing with like the racial aspects of Uncle Dave Macon? And the guy was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. He was just a fine banjo player. And it threw me to talk to like a 13-year-old kid who was just like, yeah, so what are the racial ramifications of an old white album being put out by blah, blah, blah. So, man, I don't know. Uncle Dave Macon is super important to banjo playing because he's a tremendous banjo player. He spread his skill and his love of music and the songs that he knew through the airways of the Grand Ole Opry. And he was the kind of person who would never say hell on a record. He always said heck, but he threw N-bombs around like they were going out of style, which they were not doing in 1927, I guarantee you. One of the things you have is what we were talking about earlier is, you know, banjo's a black instrument for a very long time. White people start getting into it, they get really into it. And there were two ways you could learn how to play the banjo for a little while. And that was either from a black person you knew, which could be very rare in some instances, or from a banjo tutor. Uncle Dave Macon, when he says, I've worked and toiled with a nigger all my days, he means I learned how to play banjo from a black friend. And he's not the only one. Carter family had Leslie Riddle, who was kind of like a human recording machine for A.P. Carter and taught all the songs to Mabel. T-Talk for Hank Williams. Bill Monroe had a guy whose name just flew in my head, Arnold, so on and so forth. But gosh darn, I love Uncle Dave Macon. So I'll play this song called Railroadin' and Gamblin'. And I'm saying picking up chits for Mammy, which are like illegal gambling. Like, you guys know what numbers are? Good. Of course you do. So, I got in trouble once at the show. They're like, why were you cursing? You said shit 20 times. Here we go. I'm in C, approximately. Your mama told you 6 months ago, keep your coat and hat, be ready to railroading and gambling, picking up chits for Mammy, Lord, Lord. Feet out the sand, stick 'em in the mud, take your feet out the sand, stick 'em in the mud. Sand,